we're learning that now, for years, our government has had the ability to turn on our webcams on our computers and monitor us at home, and we don't even know it. That's according to a new report in the Washington Post newspaper. The feds are reportedly able to use secret technology to disable the webcam's green light, so you really have no idea it was even on. According to this report, the FBI can also hack into your computer and secretly download any of your files, any of your photographs, and any of your emails without you ever knowing it. A source tells the Washington Post that the FBI has been able to hack into our webcams for several years, but it all came to light recently when the agency began a hunt for a bombing suspect. That source says the FBI uses its power mainly in its, quote, most serious investigations, including terrorism. The operative word there was probably mainly. I say this not because of any data before me, because this is not new. Fox News has reached out for a statement, and of course we didn't get one from the FBI. Let's get to Chris Dessi, who's the CEO of Silverback Social, which is a social media and technology firm. This is sort of what we have in mind here. This is my weather map, and this is my little iPad thing. And the idea is that as you're wandering along, this is me and the iPad, and this is me and the wall behind me. But as I'm speaking to this thing, and maybe I'm just looking at websites or doing whatever the heck it is I do, or checking the stocks, if this thing is here, and I don't put my finger over it like that, or put a piece of tape there, they can just have a gander.
Absolutely.
I mean, I guarantee you they're not going to see anything they find very interesting, but what's going on in my computer is none of their damn business.
It certainly isn't any of their business, and it's something that, frankly, like you said earlier, it's been around for a little while. So the technology is there, and it's not a secret. There are malware computer programs that allow for people to have access to your computer.
Right.
They can download this information. Now, let's be clear, though. This individual was being investigated on a terrorist campaign. This is somebody that was, you know, quote unquote, a bad guy. So they understood that they could go in and they could leverage this. There are some simple ways that people can protect themselves. And the joke is, you know, 2x2 Post-it note, pick the color, put it over your webcam. But if you think back, you're kind of like, oh my goodness, how many things have I done in front of my webcam while it's been open? And that's a little bit disconcerting, right? It's a little scary. It's kind of funny. It's a little bit of a joke. So the recommendation is shut it off. Shut the computer off when you're not using it. Shut your phone off when you're not using it, because even if you're covering up the webcam, it still collects voice data as well. And the reality here is beyond government stuff, and that's fantastic that, you know, they're using this for investigations. Frankly, I'm okay with that. But the real concern is for hackers, right? And you need to protect yourself against phishing techniques when they're sending you information looking for logins, passwords, social security numbers, credit card information, where they can do this and they can dive into your computer and they can monitor what's going around your household.
One thing that they can do with what they do is they send you an email. You've heard of phishing before. They send you an email. It might look like it's coming from a friend of yours, like somebody who's in your address book, but it really isn't. And when you click on it, the malware is installed. How can I find out if there's malware on any of my devices and get rid of it?
You could simply go to Google and type in phishing software, phishing protection.
PH
with a PH. That's important, right? People, phishing protection, you're going to go phishing. But, you know, it's not even just happening on a federal level. It's actually happening on a local level as well. We're now knowing that police stations are leveraging something called tower dump, where if you're carrying your phone near a certain area and it's pinging a tower, they can figure out what your goings-on are throughout the course of the day, so they can monitor criminal activity. They can monitor if someone's being snatched and they're being taken away. It's kind of like hearkening back to the old spy movies with 007 when they kind of stuck something underneath your car. No longer do they need that, right? Because, you know, we were talking to Kennedy earlier. We're all walking around with these little devices. They're tracking devices. We're videotaping all of the different details in our lives. There's another a bit more expensive issue that...
Which we will talk about on our website at foxnews.com/Shep. Chris Dessi, it's great to see you.
Excited. Nice to see you as well.
Hey, man, I get weirded out. Why they would want to know what's going on is another matter, but, I mean, look at the big wall. It's just sitting over there. It's just sitting over there, but they can see us. They can always see us.